Joe Rogan just said something he shouldn't have. And this time, it's not about UFOs, politics, or cancel culture. It's about Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk, and a lie so explosive that it's now tearing through social media like wildfire. In the middle of what was supposed to be a lighthearted conversation on his podcast, Joe let something slip. A detail so personal, so specific, that within minutes Reddit lit up. TikTok detectives went into overdrive, and every gossip outlet on the internet turned their cameras toward one question. What did Erica tell Charlie's parents? Because according to Joe Rogan, that story, the one Erica told behind closed doors, might have been a complete fabrication. And what followed was digital chaos. The moment started like any other episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. Whiskey on the table, jokes, tangents, controlled chaos. Then Joe said something that froze the room cold. While talking about manipulation and how some people use sympathy as a weapon, Joe dropped the line that would detonate the internet. Erica told Charlie's parents something that wasn't true, and she knows it. 5 seconds of silence. His co-host looked up, confused. Joe took a sip, stared at the table, and changed the subject. But it was too late. Within an hour, that clip was everywhere. Rogan Exposes Kirk was trending on X. Reddit threads had thousands of comments, and people were replaying the video frame by frame, analyzing his tone, his pause, his eyes. Was this a slip? Or was Joe exposing something he'd kept quiet for months? Because the way he said it didn't sound like gossip. It sounded like a man holding back something dangerous. Here's where it gets even more bizarre. Until now, Joe Rogan and Erica Kirk had nothing to do with each other. Joe, the raw, unfiltered voice of podcasting. Erica, the polished, politically savvy wife of conservative figure Charlie Kirk. Two completely different worlds. Or so we thought. But behind the scenes, something had been quietly brewing. According to a now-deleted tweet from a verified insider, Erica allegedly reached out to Joe months ago, asking for help with a crisis. Apparently, there were tensions between Charlie, his parents, and the leadership of Turning Point USA, the organization he co-founded. Charlie's parents reportedly wanted more transparency with finances. Erica wanted silence. That's when she told them something that changed everything. She claimed a major donor had pulled out, because of them. She allegedly said, "Your interference scared them off. You've hurt Charlie's reputation. It was a powerful move, one that silenced his parents. Temporarily. But here's the catch. That donor didn't exist." Leaked screenshots began circulating in a private Reddit group called the Kirk Files. One showed Erica blaming Charlie's parents for losing a donor named Grant Ellison. But then, another screenshot surfaced. An email from Grant Ellison himself, thanking the Kirks for their continued support and confirming there were no problems with Turning Point. If the messages were real, it meant Erica had fabricated the entire story, and the only person who allegedly knew the truth was Joe Rogan. Sources close to Joe claimed he had been shown the real evidence, text messages, emails, even voice notes, in a private conversation off-air. He wasn't supposed to say anything, but he did, and that single slip was about to spark one of the most chaotic online firestorms of the year. By morning, it was everywhere. YouTubers, podcasters, and political commentators flooded timelines with headlines like, "Joe Rogan exposes Erica Kirk's secret lie." Proof Joe was right. The fake donor scandal. Influencers dissected every second of the clip. Fans argued. Comment sections turned into digital battlefields. Then came the bombshell Reddit post titled, "Receipts: What Erica Told Charlie's Parents versus What Really Happened." It contained screenshots, emails, and even voice memos allegedly linking back to Erica. One clip had her saying, "If they believe Joe over me, I'm finished." People didn't know what to believe, but the internet had already made up its mind. Erica Kirk was trending as the lie queen of Turning Point, and as the chaos grew, Joe stayed silent. which only made it worse. Just when the internet decided Erica was guilty, a new anonymous account appeared on X, claiming to work with Joe's production team. Their post read, "Joe isn't telling the full story. He's protecting someone. There's more, much darker, behind Erica's lie." It was like tossing gasoline on a wildfire. The account claimed Erica lied to protect Charlie, that there was a private family incident she was covering up, something that, if public, could have ended Charlie's career overnight. Joe allegedly knew about it, but refused to reveal it on air. Suddenly, Erica wasn't just a manipulator in people's eyes. She was a wife trying to shield her husband from destruction, and that changed everything. Then came the sound that froze everyone's screens. A 30-second audio clip leaked online, allegedly featuring Erica crying and whispering, "I didn't mean to lie to them. I just didn't want them to see him that way." It spread like wildfire. What did she mean by see him that way? What was she hiding? Was this a cover-up of something personal? A scandal? A breakdown? Nobody knew. But suddenly the villain narrative cracked, revealing a woman possibly trapped in a lie of her own making. And the internet, once so sure, now didn't know who to believe. Within days, reports emerged that Erica's legal team had sent Joe Rogan a cease and desist letter, demanding a retraction. Joe's response? He opened his next podcast by saying, "If you send me a cease and desist, I assume I'm close to the truth." The audience laughed nervously. Joe didn't. That moment reignited the entire firestorm. Rogan's Kirk trended again. Meme pages exploded. And for the first time, mainstream news outlets like CNN and Variety covered the feud, calling it a collision between podcasting power and political image. But what came next would take the story to a completely different level. Late one night, a grainy Rumble video titled "The Erica Lie Full Context Leak" began circulating. It was allegedly recorded at a private charity gala. In it, Erica's trembling voice could be heard saying, "They don't understand what I was protecting. If they saw what happened in that meeting with Charlie, they'd never forgive him." The internet froze. What meeting? What happened? For the first time, people began asking if Erica's lie was actually an act of loyalty, not deception. That maybe she wasn't hiding her mistake. She was hiding Charlie's. But that sympathy didn't last long, because 2 days later, another leak dropped. This time, screenshots of text messages between Erica and Charlie's father. One read, "I made up the donor story to save him, and to save you," to which Mr. Kirk allegedly replied, "You lied. Fix it before it destroys everything." That message changed everything. The internet erupted again. Now the question wasn't why she lied. It was what she was protecting, and from whom. By this point, the story was unstoppable. Every major outlet, from TMZ to the Daily Wire, had joined the chase. Celebrities were picking sides. Meghan McCain tweeted, "If you're scared of Joe Rogan, maybe you've got something to hide." Journalist Taylor Lorenz fired back, "Joe's not exposing truth. He's exploiting chaos." Even Elon Musk jumped in, posting, "Better a burned house than one full of lies." It became the quote of the week. Podcasters began referring to it as the Great Podcast War, a bizarre collision of truth, betrayal, and digital warfare. And then, Erica disappeared, Thursday night, just before midnight. Every one of Erica's social media accounts, gone. Instagram deleted. X vanished. Her website, offline. Then Charlie posted one cryptic message on his feed. "Some stories are too dangerous for truth. Pray for everyone involved," within minutes. Deleted, and that's where everything stopped. No new posts, no statement, no leaks, just silence, and a countdown. Because, according to one alleged insider, Erica's team had promised a final reveal scheduled for 11:59 p.m. Friday, titled, "The Truth Has a Timestamp." But that drop never came, or maybe it hasn't come yet. So here we are, standing in the middle of the most confusing digital storm of the year. Joe Rogan says he spoke the truth. Erica Kirk says she was set up. Charlie's family refuses to speak. Nobody knows who's lying, and maybe that's the point, because as one insider posted on Reddit, truth isn't a fact anymore. It's a weapon. So now we're left with the biggest question of all. Was Joe Rogan the hero who exposed a hidden lie? Or the puppet master pulling strings for views? Was Erica the manipulative wife who twisted the truth? Or the woman who sacrificed her integrity to protect her husband? And maybe, just maybe, both of them are playing the same game. Because as rumors swirl of a new Rogan episode titled, "The Conversation Erica Didn't Want You to Hear," one thing's becoming clear. This isn't the end. It's only the beginning, so stay tuned. Because the truth might not just set someone free, it might destroy everything.